says he's hooked on this Billy Hume juice.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to my not regular Thursday afternoon stream. I guess the reason I'm doing this, I don't guess. The main reason I'm doing this is because I'm putting out a new YouTube video. Actually, I just released it like a few minutes ago, and I was trying to get it out yesterday and release it during my stream, but I wasn't ready, and I kind of wanted to go over it a little bit more for a couple reasons, which I'll get into. But to be honest with you, part of the reason I'm doing this is I want a lot of people to watch my video. My channel on YouTube is really taking off. People are liking the videos, and I'm just trying to push it through. So the more of y'all watch in the first couple hours, the more the algorithm helps. So hey, Harper, what's up, man? I would like everybody to go watch it. So Kit's here. She's not going to be on camera because I just suddenly told her, hey, we're doing a stream. So she's not dressed appropriately. But she's helping me out with the comments and all that. And although I do think your mic is on in case you want to make a comment.
Check. I
think you are working here. And Harper's not here helping me today, so it might be a little disorganized. But so the video I'm putting out today, it is called, what is it called? Oh, The Future of Music and Should You Be Afraid? And
what is the future of music?
What is the future of music?
And should you be
worried? Oh my
God,
sorry, I rushed on this. What is the future of music and should you be worried? Because, I mean, I am, and it's something that people talk about a lot. I almost didn't make the video because it's not like I can tell you what it is, but there was a reason why I made it because everybody's talking about it, and I think I have a different perspective about it, and I definitely get into it in the video a lot more, but I feel like there's just some stuff I wanted to say, and I know some people are probably going to hate what I have to say, but I did it anyway. And Kit, could you put up the link for the video?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
Actually, I have to go over here. There's a cat scratching at the door. Hold on.
The cat will not be denied.
Yeah. Trying to concentrate on the live stream over there, and here's the cat's here. The cat's over there scratching at the door. So this is Gigi. I had to bring Gigi in. Although she was in here earlier. I hope she didn't get in any trouble. But anyway, I had to let the cat in. And but I'm gonna play a little clip of this video. And Kit right now is putting up links to the new video. Please go watch it. And like I said, the channel's taking off. I mean, a lot of this is about, I am trying to get my channel up to the point where I can do this all the time. But I've got to have a certain amount of subscribers to be able to make the money. I'm at 30,248 subscribers as of this moment. And I had a video that went viral. I've got over 400,000 views on it, and all the other ones are getting tens of thousands of views. But
yeah, hit 30,000 yesterday.
Oh, good. Thanks. Yeah. You know, so people know I'm still working and doing sessions. And so it's like I'm just scrambling to get all this stuff done. I would like to be able to put this more time into this. So I need y'all's help. But I'm going to go ahead and play a little clip from the new video. It's just to kind of, give you a little preview of what you'll see. In the early 1900s, recorded music was made and sold, but recording artists, the way we think about them today, didn't exist till later with higher quality analog tape recording technology after World War II, which came from captured German tape recorders. And it was Bing Crosby who became the first major American singer to pre-record his radio broadcast and, so the story goes, the first to use laugh tracks. So even then, things are already becoming fake. But the impact of recorded music was revolutionary. You could capture sound and store it and play it back and copy it with pretty high quality. And music had become this thing that you could sell on a massively scalable way for the first time ever. But now, music is data, and it is essentially free. So yeah, that's just a little snippet in there. Oh, and I wanted to add, I mentioned in there about the captured German tape recorders. I had actually found out about this when I was researching another video, and I got into it today. And I'm mentioning Bing Crosby. I probably most of you don't know who he was, but I think didn't he do White? Was he who did White Christmas?
I believe that's correct.
Yeah, white. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. But what's interesting, I found this out studying this, is that after World War II, this guy named I think it's Mike. God, I want to say Mike Mullen, but that's not it. That's my old roommate. But this guy, Mike, I think Mullen, he came back with these captured German reel-to-reel tape machines and kind of reversed engineered them and made them and actually brought them to Bing Crosby, because back in those days, all the radio shows were live music, and Bing just hated doing that. He wanted to be able to do second takes and some other stuff, and plus I think he wanted to go golfing. He was actually the first person to start using these tape machines, and he liked them so much he actually invested and was the founder of I think it was Ampex tape machines. Oh God, I hope I can remember. I think it was Ampex, but he literally was the first investor in America to invest in these machines and started this company. And there's like a whole interesting story behind it. So I think I'm going to do a video about that. Not to mention there's a lot of amazing pictures and these cool backstories. So people that are into analog, I'll be doing a video about that at some point. Somebody asked me what my birthday is. It's June 22nd. I'd rather not say the year, because then you'll know that I'm like close to 80 years old.
No, you're 29.
Oh, wait, I'm 29. That's right. Here's another thing I wanted to talk about a little bit. In this video, you see this actually, let me show you this turntable here. So this turntable right here, it was actually sent to me recently, and I'm supposed to do a video like with it in it, and I just kind of tossed it in there. But I kind of got into it because I found a bunch of old vinyl records. Hold on, I gotta pull some of these out here. Oh, and where's that box at?
Which box?
There's a box of like really old.
Is that this?
Yeah, those really old records. But the family member had given us some records. I found this Bob Dylan vinyl right here. And I don't know what the date is on it. Look, it's got a chunk out of it, though, so I don't think I can play the first song. But this is... They didn't put dates on these. This is Columbia Records. One of the things I liked about records was the labels on it. That's why they called them record labels. It was partially because of that. And I've also got a old Rolling Stones album here. These things are so scratched up. They were sitting in a shed in somebody's backyard. I played one yesterday, and they do kind of play, but here's like a Rolling Stones album. They don't even have the covers for these things. And, here's from the Woodstock Festival. It's got Santana and The Who on it. I've got, the Oak Ridge Boys. We can skip that one. I'm not an Oak Ridge Boys fan. Kenny Rogers. Yeah, he's kind of cool. Oh, in Chicago, the band Chicago. Yeah, check this out. But here's what's crazy. And hold on, can I get that box? I think this is the box. There are some in here, and I think there's another one somewhere. Some of these records here, where are they? So these are like... I was looking at these yesterday. I found these. These are like a different size. I hadn't played them yet. It looks like it's Greek, maybe, or it says somebody in his mandolin, but they're really thick. I don't know if you could tell. Like if you were to compare like the Bob Dylan to this thing here is like literally almost as thick vinyl. This thing's like a weapon. You could probably throw it and chop somebody's head off. And then I got another one here that is Parlophone Records. I don't know what this language is. Maybe it's Greek or something. Can y'all see it? Hold on. Can anybody read that? This camera's not great. But once again, really super thick. And
180 gram.
Huh?
Tireman Guitars says 180 gram, 180.
Oh, what, the records?
The thick ones, I think.
Oh, wow. I mean, it's crazy. I've never seen anything like this. I mean, they're so thick. Here's another one. Like, what? Can y'all? I don't know.
Stargirl Music says, yes, it looks Greek.
Yeah, and I'm going to probably be doing more videos about some of this stuff and the analog stuff, as time goes by. But it would help me a lot. You're more likely to see these videos if people subscribe and get me more views. Then I can make enough money to actually hire some help. Because right now I'm doing all this completely by myself, except for obviously Harper helped me on that little shot in that video. and they help me on the live streams, but pretty much I'm down here filming and editing and doing every single thing by myself, which is fine. I like doing it, but there's only going to be so many videos I can do. So if you can go watch the new video and share it and comment, even if you don't like what I got to say, and you don't like my opinion or you got in a disagreement, that's fine. Don't be mean, but it's fine if you go up there and say, oh, you're wrong about this, you're wrong about that. That's kind of how I learn. And it's another reason why this video that I'm putting out today is a day late, because I just needed to go back through and check some things. And actually, Crystal said something. It was actually this morning. She's like, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh God, I got to actually refilm like a 1 minute section because I was just sounding like a bonehead. So yeah, that's what's up. Saxon 7, you said, so yeah, it might be 78 RPM on these older records. Wait, you're watching my live and my new video at the same time? Hell yeah, man!
Ross says they actually made records back in the 50s up to 220 grams.
Whoa. Damn. I mean, that's incredible. And I've got a box of other records back there that, from when I was a kid that, I pulled out some and they sound pretty good. So I'll probably be doing a video with this new turntable, comparing it to this old German one that I've got, which is supposed to be kind of like a high-end turntable, and it was a pain finding the needle. So I might do something where I actually compare them, because this new one I got is like got USB on it and all this kind of stuff, and it doesn't need a preamp and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, Tyreman Guitars, did one of the cats walk in the back? Did you see the white one or just the black one?
Oh, hold on. Let me close this door over here.
Yeah, Kumo's down here somewhere, so you might not want to close that.
Well, he can just live with it. Yeah, my cats, these two cats have always been kind of afraid of me, but lately they've been coming down here and hanging out. So now I have cats in the studio.
Mad Dog Beats says, if you chop heads with the records, we might be at Bloodstock.
Oh, wow. I'm going to play another little clip from the new video. So here's it. Oh, hold on. Let me get it ready here. And this is from the video that is coming out today. And I hope nobody takes offense at this next clip, but it is how I feel about things. So here we go. The real threat and danger to the future of music and the thing. Hold on. Let me start it again. I hit the wrong button because Harper's not here helping me. Here we go. Oh, God. The real threat and danger to the future of music, and the thing that we're all worried about, is AI. AI listens to existing recorded music, analyzes it, chops it up, and spits out replicas based on the sweat, toil, and creativity of human beings in a matter of seconds. Now, I know that some of you are going to say, well, that's how humans learn too. They copy something and that's how they figure out how to play music and all that. And it's like, whatever, man. Yeah, that's true. But here's the difference, man. It takes humans years to do that. And when they do that, no matter how much they copy something, it's still going to come out as an original new piece of music, even if it's crappy, because their personality and their creativity is going to be put on it to some degree. But AI is going to do all this in a matter of seconds, and there's going to be nothing new about it. And I know that some of you are using AI to help make songs, and I get it, but even though the record labels have said that they're working out deals with the AI companies to use their recordings with permission and supposedly pay everybody, I've got songs out there that I co-own across multiple record labels, and I've yet to receive any kind of communication asking for my permission or telling me what I might get paid, and I don't know anybody else who has. And these AI companies are taking music and ingesting it that they don't have permission for. It is just stealing. So yeah, that's another clip from the new video that just went up, and Kit will be posting a link to it. Yeah, the AI thing, it's a big subject. Like I said, I was a little hesitant to even do the video, but how do you talk about something that nobody knows what's going to happen? But a big part of the video has to do with how I look back at music now, or now, how I look back at music from my perspective, having been in it for a long time, and how people, their attitudes have changed about it. And I think that's, I mean, AI is an issue, but I think what makes it worse is the way people perceive music now, especially younger people, about it being a career and stuff like that. Because God knows, when I was a kid and I started in music, nobody wanted to admit they were getting into music. And if I told anybody I was getting into music, they're like, God, well, good luck, dude. It was like not considered, a good idea, which I kind of liked, I saw a comment up here, and unfortunately, because of there's something going on with my OBS, I'm having a hard time reading the comments. But you're talking about Roger over on YouTube, are we going to get ambisonics combined?
HRTF in the future. That'd be 1 trillion times better than Atmos, no matter how many speakers one has. Am I wrong?
I don't know if you're wrong or right, because to be honest with you, this might sound kind of wacky. As a professional mixer and a guy who's been in the business for a long time, I did not get into all the Atmos stuff. I was approached by some people, some important people, and some really amazing engineers about going in on a studio and getting into mixing in Atmos. And I thought about it a long time because the money's really good and it would be fun, but the things that kept me from doing it and had to do that, a lot of it was that I knew I was going to be getting into doing videos. And I wanted to do that, and I kind of wanted to do something that was more about my music and my own thing. But the other thing was like to build up a new business and do all that. Maybe if I was 10 or 20 years younger, I might do it. But hey, I'm a little older. I only got so much time, and there's certain things I wanted to do. And doing the videos and working on my music and telling stories is what I wanted to do. The other thing is, I just wonder, it might be like quadraphonic sound or something like that. It's not, certainly Atmos has got more legs on it, but what if it's a technology that really the public never buys? I think they're putting it in cars and stuff like that, but you know, I don't know. So unfortunately, I can't answer your question. I don't really know about that other stuff, and I've kind of stayed away from it because most people are just going to be listening on earbuds anyway. There was another question. Yes, Skynet is coming. You know what's crazy, Braxel? It's like looking at the old Terminator movies and then where we're at now with AI. It's a little wacky. I definitely have little conversations with ChatGPT sometimes, you know, about, sometimes I'm just looking for some information, but it's like, oh, let me know if you need anything and all that. And it's like, cool. But it's kind of scary. And also the fact that I think we all know, like right now, that our phones are listening to us. I used to not believe that stuff, but I've actually had a couple situations where I know, like, oh yeah, the phones are listening to us even when they're turned off, which should be illegal. So we're definitely going into this really weird world. And like, how do you do with it? Do you just like, hide from it, or do you adapt? And I've had to adapt my whole life to the music business because it's just been a freaking mess. So I don't know. Watch the video. I would really like, I know I didn't cover everything in the video, and I know some people are going to disagree with some things, but I would love to hear what everybody thinks about it. I want to know about it. I've got 3 kids that are wondering about all this stuff as they grow up and start their careers. So, if there's a way we can work around it, and maybe there needs to be some laws or something to protect humans. I don't know. Is your studio power always switched on? No. Somebody was asking, my studio is always on. In my other studio, because I have another studio down closer to Atlanta, the mixer there stays on all the time. It's another ghost like this. I don't know if this camera is adjusted right. So this is the ghost I have here. It's a lot newer. I have another one at my other studio I got in the 90s, and that thing is so old. If I turned it off once, and it was really weird getting it going again, like when things kind of cool off and heat back up. That thing's been on for years and years and years and years. Here I turn off things because I know in the long run it's not a good idea, but we have weird power out here. I live out in the country, and the power is not constantly, but on a pretty regular basis, it just goes pow, it's off, and then it's on. I live on this small road, and there's only a few houses on here, and I think when they're experimenting with things, they use us. I don't know. So I'm always weird about power going off. So I just unplug everything because I'm just afraid it's going to be a shock on my gear. Man, I'm going to have... Hold on. I got to move something over here so I can see this dang chat. Hold on. Let me move. It's been kind of frustrating. Oh, yeah. Let me bring this down here so I can see what the heck is going on. Because my OBS is acting weird, and I don't have... all the help. Hold on. Somebody said, it takes life to make AI. Astro, that's totally right. It takes life to make AI. And here's an interesting thing. I actually asked ChatGPT, how up to date are you on this or that, certain things. And, it's funny. It'll tell you the truth. And it's like, oh, it's only like a year and a half up. Like it's a year and a half old on certain things. Now it can go out and like look around for like stuff out there. I was kind of asking about some YouTube stuff, but it was like a year and a half behind on that. And some of the information it was giving me was just kind of like, yeah, I could have found that just looking myself. So, but the whole thing with scraping our music and chopping it up, and it's also the same thing with books and people, journalists and all that. They're taking all that and, you know, putting it out and, you know, putting it out as their own.
Tyreman Guitars, I think he says, is AI a parasite? I think it qualifies.
I mean, yeah. Here's the other thing, and I referenced it in the video. I was researching it, so it's looking like the record companies. I know the record companies are going to probably make their own AI, but there's all these other companies ahead of them. So the record companies are now negotiating with the AI companies and say, if you just give us one lump sum of money, we'll let you have our stuff. And I'm like, hey, what about me? I've got work out there from decades worth of, you know, projects and albums that I co-wrote and stuff on. So you're going to like take this money and then say, okay, you can use our recorded stuff for years. Am I going to see any of that money? Why one lump payment? Hey, just pay us now. Honestly, I think the record companies are looking at to kind of cash out and just go on vacation, you know, go buy an island or something like that. I think that's crazy. Just give us some money and you can have whatever we want. Well, I'm not going to see any of that money. I'm pretty sure nobody's hit me up about it and asked me, hey, you know, hey, is this all right? You know, what's my royalty? They owe me royalties now. Ever since streaming took over and all that, they've kind of hit all that. Actually, well, I can't get into it. There's a legal thing going on with trying to get some of my money. Let's see, Saxon, boy, you're writing a bunch of stuff here. Over here on Twitch. Okay, I can't read all that right now. Right. My eyesight's bad, Saxon.
So, well, I will say this. WizWord Music Production was over on YouTube, moved over to Instagram because they said they made a comment on YouTube about Google making bots that they had to turn off because they were communicating the language the programmers didn't know, and YouTube blocked the comment.
Oh, wow. Weird. That's crazy.
What Saxon 7 was saying is... Mick Jagger had a great quote about musicians getting paid right. Said it's a massive change and it does alter the fact that people don't make as much money out of records. But I have a take on that. People only made money out of records for a very, very small time, which is kind of interesting because I think this directly relates to the video you just released.
Literally, yes, I'm talking about that in the video. Yeah. Good
Says
point.
When the Rolling Stones started out, we didn't make any money out of records because record companies wouldn't pay you. They didn't pay anybody. And then there was a small period from 1970 to 1997. I would argue it went just a little longer.
Yeah, it was 2000 was the peak if you include CDs.
Where people did get paid, and they got paid very handsomely, and everybody could make some money. But now that period has gone. So if you look at the history of recorded music from 1900 to now, there was a 25-year period where artists did very well, but the rest of the time they didn't. Boy, this is funny because obviously this is directly related to your video.
It also directly relates to my life. I think the peak money from selling CDs and records and all that was, I think, the year 2000, maybe 2000, 2001, and that's when things started taking off for me. So I got to dip my toe into that a little bit, and I made really good money for a while. But then in a 2-year period in the like 2007 or something like that, I think my income dropped 80% in 2 years, and that's just how it is. So, you know, it's a disaster. But on the other hand, historically speaking, music has never made that much money. Yeah, there's some great comments over here on YouTube. Mm-hmm. So there, Jude on YouTube, you're saying artificial intelligence like ChatGPT has helped me a lot when it comes to learning because there are certain things that are not explained the right way when teaching. That's good. I mean, I'm not totally against the idea of AI to help you find things and learn things, but it's like, why are we using it to make music, man? It's not what it should be used for. Humans can make music.
Same with visual art.
Oh, Mixed Club about my power. Yeah, the transformer. We had power go out like a week or so ago, which affected a live stream. It just slowed me up. And it was like a branch fell and hit a power line. Actually, Kit heard it, and then it was on my neighbor's driveway, and I went out there with a chainsaw to cut it off because my neighbors are really old and they don't need to be dealing with that. It wasn't a massive tree, but like one branch hit a power line. It didn't even break the power line. And when the power guys came, he said, yeah, even if a branch hits a line and doesn't break it, it can like somehow cause like a short, I guess. So that was a big deal. So they had to it was kind of fun watching them like fix everything. They had to put in like new, I guess, breakers and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was just commenting back to Bernard because they said, where'd it go? Yup, Napster and CD burning. And because we were just talking about what happened. And I mean, yeah, Napster and CD burning were a problem. But, the so-called solution that came along was paid subscription streaming. And that was not a solution for content creators because, it went from being something where you could actually get paid for your intellectual property to getting pennies, literally pennies.
Yeah. I was thinking, Kit, about that time we went to the bank for something, and she was asking us about income and all that. And I said, my income had dropped. She's like, oh, why? And I said, well, music's free now. She says, it is? And I said, yeah. I was like, how do you get music? How do you hear music? Oh, there's this app on my computer called LimeWire or something like that. I think it was LimeWire and Napster. And I was like, that's stealing music, right? And she's like, really? I mean, she didn't even know. It was just on her computer. It's like, I'm stealing music? Yeah, somebody here says, Ross over on YouTube, if you want to make money, you got to go out and play live. I feel that is one thing AI cannot do unless we have a Chuck E. Cheese robots at bars and clubs. And I agree. However, and by the way, I did want to say to JBL 100 Classic Fan Club, thank you for subscribing. Thank you so much. The more subscribers I get, the more it drives the whole thing. And
and y'all don't forget to hit that little bell too for your notifications. That actually does make a difference.
Yeah, I don't know why they have a subscribe button and then there's this extra bell you got to hit. But hey, hit the bell. But yeah, so Ross, you were talking about making money on the road. True. I do have a friend, Elliot Bronson. It is performing, but he does this live stream on Facebook every week, and that's kind of how he supports him. I mean, he is touring too, but it's like this regular thing. It's like a show. Kit watches it all the time. I'm usually down here working, but I can hear him up the stairs, which is cool because I love hearing Elliot sing in the background. But and I do feel like if you can build a strong enough fan base, they will support you in other ways. But yeah, just sales, because we're not getting paid fairly for the streaming. I know there are lawsuits against Spotify because there's a lot of stuff we should be getting paid. Hopefully that will work out. I see Frigilia is here. Thank you so much. Hold on. And I'm also wondering... Oh, yeah, Stargirl Music, Live in the Mountains. It's funny living in the country. Like, I always wanted to live in the country, and then there's this whole other thing to deal with, like, oh, yeah, it's that's why I have a chainsaw now. I'm using a chainsaw, which seems kind of funny. Oh, hey, Beat Kitchen, what's up?
Damn, Brian, thank you.
Oh, thanks, Brian. Oh, awesome. Thank you so much, Brian. Really appreciate that. Oh, I can actually like it here. Can I? Why can't I? It's not clicking. So, Beat Kitchen here. The problem might be, this is on Instagram, intellectual property. We've never been able to really contend with it. Sometimes I think we should be shepherding art in the same way we are stewards of land. Also, hi. Hey, man, what's going on? Are we going to do the live stream thing together, man? I'm assuming this is Nathan. So yeah, man, I was just thinking about that last night. I know I've been slammed and I know you're slammed. I don't know how you make all the videos you make, dude. I swear. They're so good and there's so many of them. Do you ever sleep? But hit me up. Hit me up. Things are kind of stabilizing a little bit. I would love to do a live stream with you.
Yeah. You just talked about what he said about the problem with intellectual property.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I was typing.
Astro, I'm sorry to hear that. You've got heart disease and
agoraphobia.
What is that?
Fear of people.
Oh, well, I'm fearful of people.
And things.
I mean, no, seriously. One of my kids is like that. It's too bad, man. I mean, but you could still. I mean, is it the same like if you're streaming on the camera or something, or is it physically being in the room? I used to be really afraid of people when I was younger. I don't know, something changed. I mean, I'm still kind of weird about it. I'm socially awkward. I don't like going places with people. They're weird.
Isn't it interesting that you're such a contradiction because you're truly a performer?
I
but at the
love
same
to
time,
perform.
You don't deal well with other people.
Yeah, there's a difference between going on stage and performing and, showing my butt, but going somewhere and having to talk to people, and I never know what I can't ever figure out what anybody's saying, and I never understand the jokes. It's like, I know, look, put me on stage and I'll play and I'll perform, but if I going out there and like, hey, how you doing? I'm so terrible at it. God, I just don't know. Brian B., he says over on YouTube, I just want to say how much I appreciated yesterday's stream. Not everyone will live stream while producing, mixing, playing guitar, all live. I love that you don't pretend to know everything. Oh, God knows I don't know everything. And thank you so much. It took me a long time to kind of like get used to performing live while I'm working out parts because I'm not a great guitar player. But it's just kind of fun, man. I just really like doing it. Let's see. I'm not going to be here long because I just released this video and I need to go out and kind of post it up different places and promote it and all that. But
Regman Music points out the best money they made was back in the early 90s from sync fees.
Yeah.
Sync is still not a bad way to go.
Yeah, you see this stuff on Instagram like, money on sync fees. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am wrong. But I just have a feeling people just go to AI for that music. But
well, I think it's going to increase that. Like a lot of the programs, and ESPN and all this kind of stuff will increasingly just be using music, AI music and stuff like that to commercials.
But on the other hand, I remember people saying, "I'm going to sell my drums." And now it's like I record drums more now than I did, years ago because people want live drums. And that's why I redid my living room upstairs and ran 16 mic lines, run up there. I get a smashing drum sound up there. I can put these room mics up. It's freaking incredible,
Oh, Brian says, what are sync fees?
Okay, a sync fee is when, say, a movie, they want a song in the movie and you've got a song maybe you wrote or co-wrote and they want to use it, they got to pay you. And the reason they call it sync is for synchronization. It's a really old school term. I don't know the details, but it kind of goes back to technology a long time ago. They had to there was a physical aspect of them taking the music and getting it onto the film, which was optical. Instead of it being on a turn, like a record player with the bumps for the needle, it was like optical, these little squiggly things in there. So I guess they called it a sync because they had to synchronize it to the film. So they just started calling it sync fees. And back in the day, man, I don't really do it so much because I got into other stuff, but I made some pretty good money with sync fees on songs. I'd just get hit up and somebody would be like, oh, they want to use this song in your movie and it's a $40,000 sync fee. And you usually split that. Half goes to the people who own the masters, the recordings, and half goes to the writers. And there was actually one song, the biggest one I ever got was $40,000. I had to split it with Bone Crusher because it was something we did together, but we had to pay all the musicians. So we paid everybody, all the musicians, and paid them well, and then we split the fee. And, I got a couple royalties off of it, over time, but not bad for a song, that we kind of just did for fun because we got all our buddies together. I mean, it rocked. It's actually for the song, it's for the movie Stomp the Yard 2. I think it's Stomp the Yard 2, and it's the very first song in the movie, and it's something I did with Bone. They actually sped it up, because when I heard it, I was like, oh, that's faster, and we did it. They synced it. Let's see. Yeah, sync fee is a little different than production music. I think, Stefan, over at YouTube, wouldn't production music be either from a production library or maybe they hire somebody to do the music? Because the sync fee is like where they just go out and find stuff. YouTube, yes. FPV TV, yes. YouTube will start putting, they're going to put ads during live streams. Same over on Twitch. There's ads everywhere, Let's see. I'm just seeing if there's any other Saxon, boy, you got a lot to say today. Let's see. Saxon7 over on Twitch says, is this a continuation of something?
No.
Okay.
That basically what they're letting you know is they've got expertise and a lot of interest in the topic of AI and musicology and things like that, and would, be cool to have a chat.
Yeah. But he says there's a 14-hour loop streams.
Saying that they miss your really long streams.
Yeah, in case anybody... Oh, that's right. Saxon, you were around for some of those. So I used to do these live streams that would go for like 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. I did one live stream that went 12 hours, I think.
That might have been the crowning achievement.
Yeah, we had a band come in. It was the Risky Biscuit band.
With
yeah,
Risky
we
Biscuit.
started like... Maybe it wasn't 12. Maybe it was 10. I had the band come in, and we live streamed everything, literally like them loading the gear. And the funny thing is they had a good following. We had 70 people watching us just stand around moving cases around. It was like, and there was this whole part where the drummer, went outside while I was setting up the mics and all that, and he just played with my machete, chopping grass and stuff. And they watched everything, like literally everything, all the way through, all the tracking and the overdubs. And I stopped. Some of these streams we'd stop and eat pizza, take a break. There was one with Jimmy B and Slade. And we'd been going for hours, and we just stopped and ate pizza and talked for a while. I actually forgot we were streaming, and people would watch us eat pizza. It was great. But I'm going to eventually get back to some of that. It's just I got other things I got to do now, and it's also technically I need to set it up. So Beat Kitchen, you're saying humans will ultimately not be important when it comes to making music that is merely decorative. Yes, and let's do the live. I agree. In my video, I kind of talk about that. And I'll tell you now, but please go watch the video. Kit, put the link up again.
I'll put the title over on Instagram because
yes, please go watch the new video. So my prediction is that music's going to split in a weird way. Like AI, I guess, will become like another genre. So like passive music, like at the grocery store or whatever, and just kind of that stuff. I think people want to connect, though. I think people are going to want to have music and artists that they like the music, but they're into the people, and there's a story there and all that. And that's what I'm banking on. But I really believe that. And it's not just about AI. I've noticed a trend in the last 10 years of people really being pulled towards acoustic music. I mean, look at Billy Strings. Billy Strings plays bluegrass music for the most part, but he plays acoustic guitar, and the dude is playing arenas worldwide. I mean, I wouldn't have imagined that years ago. I think that says something, and I do know that people want to have a connection with humans. Like they want that connection. It's just natural.
I am not able to keep up over on YouTube today, so there's all kinds of really cool comments.
Oh, my God. Yes, AJ Stone says, I gave up on major label music years ago. I prefer independent bands. I might grab some people. But, yeah, I agree. Raul says, I'm actually having a band come in December 14th to do some recording sessions. I'm very excited. That's awesome. Like a full band. Hey, Raul, are you going to do them live? You going to record them all at the same time? That's the fun there. It's a little nerve-wracking sometimes when you're trying to get all the headphone mixes together. Let's see. And then Astral says, it's good, but the work, you did your time and the money you paid for your instruments, yes, you need to get paid. Yep. Brian B. says, as a human being, I am personally only interested in music or any other art that is crafted by humans with actual human emotions. I hope I'm not alone in this. No, you are not alone. Like I said, I got 3 kids, and they're getting older and all that, but they talk about this all the time, and they pick it out, and they hate it, I know it's not everybody, but it's like people want stuff that's real.
Yeah, they are even uncomfortable when AI helps them with, internet searches and stuff like that. It makes them feel icky.
Yeah. Oh, Astro, you say, I don't like bluegrass music. I'm from Kentucky, the heart of bluegrass. I don't care for bluegrass music. The weird thing is, like, a lot of the classic stuff I'm not into, but if you listen to, like, the infamous String Dusters and Billy Strings, they're definitely kind of stretching it out, especially the Dusters. Their songwriting is not typical. Oh, Raul, you're gonna use Ableton Live for a band? I mean, I have done that. It's not the easiest thing to do. Pro Tools is a little bit better set up for it. I have done it on Ableton, though. Oh, cool. So you are going to do the band live. Hell yeah, man. Awesome. Hey, Raul, are you on my Discord, Raul? Because I would love for you to post some pictures up if it's cool. Just some shots. Everybody, not a lot of people do that. I do these consultations where we get on Zoom and we talk, and I talked to this young cat today. It was a really great talk, and he's just getting into it, and he's doing more urban stuff and all that. But a lot of these people don't know about real recording and all that, but they're fascinated. If you could come over to my Discord server, we actually have a channel on there where you can post pictures up and stuff like that, and that would be great. I'd love to see that. Yes, and somebody was saying live music is more popular than ever. Hilton Jones over on YouTube, he says, we've had a not too recent resurgence of acoustic music, Mumford Sons and Lumineers. Absolutely. Elijah is saying, is it better to mix on headphones or monitors? I don't know. I don't mix on headphones. I know people who do. I got friends who master on headphones. I think with the right headphones, I think the big thing with headphones is you got to have a good power amp. You just can't plug your headphones in. I think half of the battle, from what I've understood, is having a good headphone amplifier. I probably will get into it at some point because I want to be able to travel more. I love my studio, but I can only do work here. And I want to be able to go out, with my rig now. I can take it anywhere. So I'm kind of looking around. Hey, by the way, if anybody's got suggestions on good headphones for mixing, some are designed for it, please put a comment up there or come to my Discord and talk about it. I want to know about that. Peter First Name on YouTube says, is there a collection of background music that was played in grocery stores in the 60s and 70s? I wonder if it sounded like some songs by the band Stereolab. I don't know who Stereolab is. I will say that back then when you're in the grocery store, you wouldn't hear popular music. Now you go there and you hear cool music. I was in a Kroger and they're playing some Olivia Newton-John. I was like, oh, cool. But no, back then, yeah, it was like the Muzak, like the Muzak, Muzak. It was, what was that? Now I think about it, Muzak was like AI.
It kind of was. At least people got paid for making it, though.
Yeah, it was made by humans, but it might as well have been made by AI. So if anybody doesn't know, Muzak was a company that put out this bland music. The weird thing is my dad would listen to it, but they would maybe take a Rolling Stones song, but have an orchestra doing it. It'd be like, it's terrible. Elevator music, basically.
Yeah, basically it was elevator music.
So that if everywhere you went, you heard music. So yes, I think that's what Beat Kitchen was saying. It's I think that that's where AI is going to come in. Yeah, AI can have the music stuff. Go ahead, man. Mark Song's over on Twitch is talking about mixing headphones. He's talking about the Sony MDR 7506s. And actually, hold on.
Yeah, you might want to write down some of these suggestions.
Yeah, hold on. Crystal, keep talking because I can't talk and I can't type and talk at the same time.
Yeah, the Mix Club was jokingly telling us that we need to do a live stream about how to do your Discord. And I was going to tell them, man, we'd be lost without Casey, who helps us out over on Discord.
Well, actually, if that's Nathan from Beat Kitchen, or did you say
Mix Club?
Oh, Mix Club. No, Beat Kitchen has actually said he'd help me with my Discord because he actually.
Yeah, I was going to say, there are some folks out there, and I mean, I've been on Discord for a while, but it's just because that's where my kids are, so I can use it like texting very easily. But the server, I'm still learning.
Oh, wait a sec. I think I own a pair of these Sony headphones.
What?
Hold on. Hey, say something interesting, Chris. I want to see these headphones are in here.
Well, I'm trying to keep up with chat, but I don't read and talk at the same time very well. I will say this, y'all, since I've been thrown the mic. Don't forget to watch the new video. Don't forget to like the videos, subscribe, hit the notification button, and also, we've got the Discord if you want to come and kind of help other people out. It's becoming a really cool format for people to just share with each other. And then, of course, there's Billy's Patreon as well. Are you ready for me?
All right, Mark Songs. Look what I got here. Oh, you can't see it. It's the Sony 7506s MDR. I got them right here. The pads are a little worn. These are actually given to me by a fan. And when I say a fan, I'm talking about there's this woman that heard my music in the 90s on WRES, which is a college radio station here in Atlanta, and they're a real tastemaker, and I used to get a lot of airplay, and she heard it and started coming to gigs and was a fan, and to this day, she's still a fan. She sent me those headphones. She buys gifts for my kids for Christmas and their birthday. Did she send us some money? She just sent me money for Thanksgiving. Just like, here's money to buy Thanksgiving food.
She's super sweet.
God, she's like an angel. It's like a fan from the 90s. But she gave me those. So I guess I'd never used those. I'll try those out for mixing. Let's see.
A lot of the suggestions have been buried in the chat over on YouTube. We'll have to find them.
I'll have to go. I can do a replay. Yeah, hey, and if I would love to know about the headphones. If y'all go to my, I say AJ Stone. I'm going to look up the Sennheiser HD 518s. Hold on. Crystal, say something. I can't type and talk at the same time. I see I already screwed up. I already forgot what the damn number was. God dang it, man.
It's 518.
Okay. I'm just in 518.
Yeah, Astro Hills.
Oh, those. Ooh, those are scary
Great
looking.
scene here. Scary looking.
Yeah, they're big. They're not too expensive. Yeah, I'll check those out. I do need to figure that out. Like I said, I think the power amp isn't a big deal on those. Let's see. Yes, composers did make money from elevator music from royalties. Yes, that is true, Tyreman Guitars. It was just boring music, you know. How do we join Discord? Well, you got to have the app. I think, did you put up a link to the Discord server?
Yeah, I have a few times.
Hey, I got to tell you, man, I have trouble getting around on Discord. It's a real pain in the butt. It's like it's not an intuitive program, but I tell you what, a lot of people like it. Here's the thing I like about Discord, and I actually talk about this in the new video. It's non-algorithmic, meaning I built this place. People can go there. If I put a notice out, everybody gets a notification. It's not like, oh, we're going to notify some of your people. Come on, man. So Discord is basically like you just build this place and people can go. And then I got channels. So I got one channel where I announce, videos I'm putting out. There's places people can ask questions. There's actually a promotion channel. You're only allowed to promote once every 2 weeks. If you've got your own music.
Couple times.
So there's a bunch of different places up there. It's getting more active. So it's completely different than this kind of stuff. But when you build it, it's there, and we can kind of do what we want. And I've been talking about doing live streams on the Discord for the Discord people. We're just I don't think Casey's on here now because this is an unscheduled.
No, he was working today and he couldn't come.
Yeah, normally. So Casey, who's normally on Twitch but sometimes on YouTube, he's kind of helping run the Discord. He's there keeping things going as well as Kit. But yeah, it's a great platform. It's like a cool hangout. Let's see. Austrian headphones, Tyreman Guitar says.
Two Genelecs with a rubber band. Is that what you use, Mark Hendrickson?
Oh, there's Mark. Hey, man, what's going on? Great stream yesterday. Thanks so much for the input on my stream, Mark. That was awesome. I keep thinking about how you and Sleepyhead were like trying to explain to me how to play this part, like 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so Paul over on YouTube, he's saying, do you make your own room acoustic treatments? Yes. So I spent a lot of my 20s. I had a remodeling business to earn money while I was, playing in bands and building the studio stuff up, and I can build anything. I built all this stuff. So the panels I built, even the diffuser in the back, it's nothing too scientific. It's just kind of common sense. But yeah, I build all my own stuff. I solder all my own cables. I build everything. I even make, this is crazy, I make my own extension cables. Not all of them, but I have a bunch of stuff that's only like 2-prong stuff. But I wanted something better, so I went out to the hardware store and bought. I'm a nut. I literally build my own extension power cables. Hey, Yeti, what's going on? I'm doing good. I hope you're doing good. Got a new video out. That's why I'm here today, to promote the video and get a bunch of views on it. Let's see. Blue Bluing Green Piano over on Instagram says, no grocery stores now have Spotify-like streams or select custom streams with cool music. Everything is from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and more.
Yeah, I have to say, I like the music Publix plays.
Yeah, music. Publix has got great music. Sometimes we just go up there and hang out, and listen to music.
Not exactly.
Let's see. Can you do conferencing on Discord too and co-streaming? Yes, you can do like video conferencing. I think I can stream onto it. I don't know about co-streaming.
I mean, to be honest, if we're going to do like a small group kind of thing, it's probably going to be over on Patreon for the Patreon folks.
Yeah, Patreon. Actually, Twitch has a feature on there called Guest Star, which actually works amazingly well. When I was doing those like 8-hour-long live streams, I did one with Colleen. Is it Colleen Dauncey? Colleen Dauncey. Mm-hmm. So we had done like a 10, 12-hour-long stream and did one of her songs, and we needed to do overdubs, but she'd gone back to like, she was in California at the time, she's somewhere else now, but she wanted to sit in on the session, so we were doing overdubs, and she was sitting there and communicating. It actually was pretty amazing. I want to do more of that stuff. I just, at a certain point, I had to kind of pull back and focus on the videos, but I want to get back to the longer live streams. Piggly Wiggly FM. Oh, my God. Okay, so Mark Songs is saying I do Dungeons and Dragons on Discord with a group, and then the streamer broadcasts it on the Twitch. Interesting. Let's see. Yeah, Eugene, you're saying I feel defeated to do oversaturation. I have 13 songs on YouTube on only 23 subs. Let me tell you, Eugene, I did have a little bit of a boost because I've worked on records and people kind of know my name and there's some interest in it. But I spent 4 years to get what took me. It took me 3 years to get monetized, and then 4 years to get to 10,000 subscribers, which is pretty good, and now things are blowing up. I am lucky to be in a position where I work at home, and thank God for Crystal, who keeps this whole circus going. I down here, and I focus on it. But hey, Brian, you know, Eugene, I work 15-hour days. A 12-hour day is kind of short for me, and I've done this for decades because of music and producing and mixing. But the YouTube videos and all that, it's a lot of work. I would say stick with it. Like, and also if you're putting your music on YouTube, you might want to also look at expanding onto doing shorts and reels. I'm not a huge fan of Instagram. They throttle you and do sorts of stuff, but you got to take advantage of all the platforms. Okay. Beat Kitchen. And this is one of the reasons I want to get and talk to you more about this. We're talking about doing these co-streams and all that on Discord, and I forgot about that because so at Beat Kitchen, which is a music production school, and I guess you do music, I think they teach everything over there, and it's a great fucking program. You guys should check it out. But they do classes on Discord, and then you have, what do you call it, the what's the thing, because we're talking about me maybe getting involved in it, the after hours thing. Oh my God, I'm so tired right now, I can't think of the name of it. It's is it office time or something like that, where people can just get on there and talk and all that. So I would like to learn more about that. I got so many plans and so many things I want to do. Thanks, Yeti. Please check out the video. What time is it on my side? We're Eastern Standard Time. So right now we're at 4:24 in the afternoon.
So if anybody ever tries to figure that out, we're in the same time zone with New York.
Yes, we're New York time. As far as the clock is concerned, culturally speaking, I don't.
Yeah, it's a little different.
No, we're not. We're not New York time culturally. I'm in North Georgia. Whew. Anyway,
man, Astral Hills. You're 100% correct that AI will never be able to replace human creativity. But the problem is AI is going to murder a lot of jobs. And I know you said that you don't feel like music and money really have anything to do with each other, but the sad truth is, it's like if you can't make money at it, you're not going to have time to do it. for a lot of people, that's just sort of the way it is. We're already in a situation where most recording studios, the only way to have one is if you've got family money, pretty much. I mean, you can build a really small one in your house that you can use to work in the box and things like that. But Billy's really lucky that he's been in it as long as he has, because he's just been able to build up over time. Plus,
I live cheaply. Even when I was having hit records, I don't buy. I mean, except for like good cowboy boots, I buy my shoes at Goodwill, and I'm just kind of like that. I build my own things. I always buy used cars, stuff like that. I wanted to address something here. Okay, Brian B says, we need reasons to use our soldering iron. Yes. Peter, first name, says, loved it. My first video of yours I watched last night. The real reason why today's music is starting to sound the same. Thanks so much. If you get a chance, definitely check out the new one. But check out, this guy tells my story. It's a video called 4 Chance Encounters. Okay. And it's kind of about luck and how I built my career, because people got this weird idea, and it kind of makes sense about networking and all that, but I've got this whole other view on it. So I think you'll like that one. There's some good stories in it. Thanks so much, though, for watching. Please subscribe. Oh, thanks, Jeremy. Jeremy Anderson just watched the new video. Thank you so much. Yeti says, on YouTube, I'm planning to build my own rack with some old units like Alesis MIDI Verb. Hell yeah. Rocktron. So were you the one that was talking about the Rocktron IntelliFX yesterday? Because during my live stream, it kind of came up. Yeah, I mean, God, man, those old reverbs, like if you think about the Alesis MIDI Verb and stuff, like they were looked down on back in the day, but compared to some of the plugins, man, it shit sounds pretty good, man. Let's see. Frugal is King. Yes, Saxon 7. Let's see. I'm going to have to go soon because I got to eat something. Yeah, okay. So, but hey, Astro is like, as long as humans have control of AI, AI is good.
That's what I was just
sorry.
addressing.
Yeah. But who knows? Skynet, I like freaking out. Like Rick Beato. Enjoy your channel. Thanks so much. Okay. Oh, you're in Illinois Mix Club. Okay. You're in Berlin? Hey, Jan, I used to live in Berlin. It's 3:25. What are you doing still up? Oh, no, that's... Oh, hold on. Wait. Oh, no, you're 10:26 in Berlin. Yeah, I looked at the wrong thing. I lived on Lutzelsteiner Weg. I don't know if I'm saying it right. So this was in the 70s, the mid-70s, when the Cold War was going on, and I lived in West Berlin when it was surrounded by a wall. I lived on... It's not 1261. I can't remember the address, but I lived on this road called Lutzelsteiner Weg. And it was like, my dad was an officer, so all the houses were, like all the U.S. Army officers lived there, and there were a bunch of houses there together. All our houses were connected by underground tunnels in case there was a war or a bomb, like we got bombed. Our basements were literally bomb shelters. So down in the basement where my playroom was, there was this, there was a lock. I guess my dad must have had a key. But sometimes there'd be these drafts, and this metal door would go poof, poof. But I guess if we were in the basement and my house got bombed, we could have gotten in the tunnel and gone to somebody's house to get out. But yeah, I remember living in Berlin, and my buddy John Sprankle lived near the wall, and you could look out his bedroom window and see into East Berlin. It was crazy. But I loved living in Berlin. Oh my God, I loved living in Berlin. I don't know what it's like now. I want to go back and visit. It was like one of the best times of my life. I think I was 13, 12 and 13. Oh, so great. So
nice to be in a place where you can actually get around without a car, unlike the United States.
Hey, Dimitri, you are late, and this is an unscheduled stream. I'm going to be here a little bit longer. Yeah, Berlin was like, I could go anywhere in the city. I think they had some sort of rule or something like it was like something like a 5-minute walk from anywhere, and you were able to take a bus, often a double-decker bus or a subway, anywhere. I could go anywhere. We could go anywhere. Plus, there were bike lanes. I could ride my bike. I used to ride my bike from where we lived. I wish I could remember the name of this main road, but I could ride my bike to the Grunewald. I'm sure I'm not saying that the right way, because there's a section of the woods where the Boy Scouts would go camping, so to go camping out there. And in the forest, the Grunewald, and I'm not sure if it's still this way, but I was there in the 70s, you'd be walking in the woods and you'd come to these perfectly circular grass fields with a small dip in it, and they're all over the place. Those were actually former bomb craters from World War II, because Berlin was just bombed heavily. So people would go there in the summer and like have picnics in these fields, and they'd be like, I don't know, 50 feet across or whatever, but we would go throw Frisbee in it, and that's why my album, which I'm going to release, that I put out in the 90s, was called Frisbee Bomb Craters. So my album Frisbee Bomb Craters was named after these former, or, you know, the remains of bomb craters in the woods. So anyway, I loved, I don't know, Jan, what part of Berlin it was. It was over near the because, you know, during that time, Berlin was separated into 4 sections. You have the French, British, American, and Russian section. We're in the American section, and we're not far from like all the American. I'm sure it's all different now because all that's been pulled out and all that. So we're like, I was near like the big headquarters. I don't know if it was like a NATO headquarters. I was literally like a few minutes walk from this massive fort where they had like, it was like freaking 20, 30 feet tall granite walls that were like 10 feet thick. But I would go in there for my Cub Scout and Boy Scout meetings. And since I had a pass, I could get in, but it was heavily guarded and guys with guns and all that. So that was like, I was near the Free University. I was near the Free University of Berlin. Yeah, I was probably a 10-minute walk from the Free University. And there was a cool park in my behind my house with a pond that was kind of hourglass shaped. There were 2 ponds and a narrow section, and I could go ice skating every day for 3 months in a row. Oh my God, I loved it. I loved it. So Dimitri's here. He helped with some ideas on a video. He was the one that said, have you ever run a keyboard through an amplifier? And I was like, oh, I never done that. So I actually ran a keyboard. It's in my video called You Asked For It, what the thumbnail says, and it's like my secret production techniques. And so I actually ran a keyboard through a small, cheap amplifier and recorded it and did some neat stuff with it. And that was because of Dimitri. And yesterday it was Mark who was giving me ideas. I love this, man. I love this. Y'all inspire me.
Il Cairo notes that this Tuesday they recorded a beautiful Gretsch Brooklyn drum, fantastic sound. Used my drum kit mic from Sontronics and a clone of the U87.
Yeah,
So
put that, if you want to put something up, put it up on my Discord. Somebody had a song up on Discord a few days ago. They put it last week, and I went and listened to it and made some comments. Some other people made comments. If you want to go put something up, we've got a channel on Discord to put some music. I'd love to hear it.
There's a production channel, and there's also, if you just want to share music you like, there's also a little music hangout channel as well on the server.
Okay, so hold on. My cousin played guitar mix-up for Rosemary Clooney. Whoa, that's crazy. Okay, so Peter, first name, you said the other comment I made, the thumbnail title pulled me in. I was trying to figure out why the music used to sell products on Amazon angers me so much. It's processed or something.
It's too processed, yeah.
Yes.
Jan mentions they still find bombs in Grunewald.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. So one time, Jan, so there was this section of Grunewald that the Americans put aside for Boy Scouts. And so I could ride my bike out there and camp. And there was a field, and we'd go play Frisbee and soccer and football. And one day a guy brought out a metal detector. And this is where we'd been playing. And this guy dug up like rows of machine gun bullets, but also a bomb that was about that. It was maybe about that big. It was blue. You still had the paint on it. So there was a bomb. It was like about that around. And one of those, what do they call the potato masher German hand grenades, like the big ones with a handle? All in like 5 minutes, and that stuff was no more than a foot or two deep under where we'd been running. And then one time near our school, they were doing some work on the road and found a 500-pound bomb. So they had to evacuate the school. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. You know, yeah, just bonkers. Yeah, Yeti, I'm not going to stop making videos as long as I can. I'm starting to make a little money on it, finally. But as long as I got the support, you guys want to watch them, I will totally keep making videos. The more people that subscribe and stay involved and make comments, the better. I've got a lot of plans. You guys don't even know half the plans I've got. I've got some crazy stories coming up and some things I'm going to do. But it's, a lot of it just kind of about getting the numbers up so that I can actually support it. I'm making a little bit of money now, not enough to pay my bills, so I'm still working. But I like there's people I'd like to fly in to do some stuff, and I want to do all that. So,
we are past an hour.
Okay, I gotta go. Kids tell me I gotta go. But hey, man, I just wanted to say I was just on here to tell everybody to watch the new video. And I just I'm kind of getting addicted to streaming because y'all, this is like so much fun. Oh, thanks, Gemma. Thanks for subscribing. Appreciate it so much.
That would be Gemma.
Oh, Gemma. Sorry, my eyesight's really bad. Thanks, Raul. That's so awesome. I will be back Wednesday. I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, thanks, PC Warrior Dude. Something will happen next Wednesday on the live stream. But in the meantime, please watch the new video. Go watch some of the other ones, and spread the word. Tell them about me. I'd really appreciate that. But in the meantime, I've got to go eat some lunch, and I've got to I think I have a mix I got to work on.
Yes, we eat lunch at what, 4
Yeah, I'm eating lunch here at 4:30. But anyway, everybody, thanks so much for coming on the stream. I will be back here live streaming next Wednesday. Y'all have a good day. And remember, be unique. Take 2, take 3, take 4, take 5, take whatever.